Hey guys, UFC 300 was absolutely fire. I have to be honest. Oh my goodness. That card was stacked and it delivered as well. Like I've been looking forward to this card for the last couple of weeks. Um, I've been hyped up about it. I just knew it was gonna deliver and it did. Like, right from the prelims, the main fight, the main event, every single fight on that card absolutely killed it. Um, like obviously, like there's been other cards in the past that were good, but I'm gonna have to give this one my top three for sure from recent memory. Anyways, from the first fight of the night, Davison Figueroa versus Cody No Love. What can I really say about the two guys? Two fan favorites, obviously. Two guys bring it. Two former champions. Um, Davison Figueroa moving from flyweight. He moved up to bantamweight. It's been looking good. Um, the first round when they started fighting, Cody No Love was doing what he does best. You know what I mean? He's sharp. He's one of those guys that are very quick. He's very quick, like a boxer kind of a style, in and out kind of a thing. Figueroa was just kind of trying to get his timing right, just kind of making reads on Cody. Basically, it was just relaxed. You know what I mean? Cody did good in the first round. Figueroa didn't really do much. Then the second round it came then, and then Figueroa scored a beautiful takedown. That takedown was sweet. So when he scored the takedown, Cody trying to fight it. Of course, Cody is a tough guy trying to fight the takedown. Figueroa did what he had to do, controlled him, and then Cody tried to be explosive once or twice to get away from him, but he just couldn't. Figueroa was just too much on the floor for him, and then eventually finished him with a rear naked choke, and that's how she rose. The next fight then was Jim Miller, right, versus Bobby King Green. Oh my goodness. Whenever Bobby fights, like I'm always excited. You know, he brings it like he's one of those guys. His hands are always down. You know what I mean? He's quick. He's just a fan favorite as well. Like this card was just ridiculous. Like every single fighter on this card is like how every single fighter on this card, every single fight and fighter on this card could actually be like a fight night main event fight. You know what I mean? So it was amazing. Anyways, I knew what to expect from Bobby, but I didn't know what to expect from Jim Miller. Jim Miller is a legend. I didn't know will he be able to wrestle Bobby. I wasn't really sure what was gonna happen, but Bobby does what he does. Jim Miller as a tough man, like Jim Miller is just too tough for his own good. Like that man is a legend. That man is a legend, Jim Miller. I'm gonna make another video about Jim Miller, actually, just Jim Miller on its own because he deserves it. Like, anyways, Bobby Green did what he had to do. You know what I mean? Like Bobby Green is a striker, like he's a quick striker. He did what he had to do. And I'm surprised Jim Miller stayed in that fight. I don't know how the hell he stayed in that fight. He was bleeding out of, like, he was very bloody and everything. Like, that was actually the blood that was on the octagon, actually, I think. Most of his blood was one of the ones that was on the octagon. And, like, fair play to Jim Miller for sticking to it. Bobby did what he had to do. And I also like the call out from Bobby Green, you know what I mean? Like, he called up Paddy Pimblett. That's going to be a great fight. Like, in Manchester, if they put that on the card, I might go to Manchester as well because that would be a good fight for sure. One of the fights that I want to touch upon is Jessica Andrade versus Rodriguez. Um, what can I really say about Jessica? Like we all know what she does. Jessica fights one way and one way only. I'm going for your head, and that's what it is. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care what you bring. I don't care what you bring to me. I am going for you. She doesn't care. She's so strong, relentless, you know. She's tough. And she also has a very good ground game, except for the knockout power. She doesn't mind taking one to give you one, that kind of a thing. And then she has a very beautiful ground game as well. Once she has you on the floor, she can basically dominate you, like, you know what I mean? Rodriguez was she's a very good striker, I have to say. I like the way she strikes. She knows how to use her length, keep you outside, you know what I mean? She tried all she could do. She had a moment in the fight, obviously, like, but Jessica, just a tiny bit too much, but it doesn't take anything out of Rodriguez, to be honest with you. I see her coming back better and better. Probably walk a bit more on the ground. But she has the tools, I think. Jessica is just a veteran. It's hard to beat Jessica. Who beats Jessica, anyways? Only a very few, like, you know what I mean? And once she gets you on the floor, it's very hard. Like, she can control you. She knows how to use her hips to put you down on the floor as well, because she's stocky and she has all that weight coming down. The gravity, like, you know, center of gravity just keeps you down, like. So, that's all she rolls. Like, Jessica is it's a must-watch TV anyways, like, you know. So, another fight was Turner versus Moicano. This was one of the fights that I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, but I knew it was going to be a great fight regardless. Turner is like 6'3" in lightweight. That's fairly big, you know what I mean? Like, his striking is crisp. I know he has a good striking. And then on the other hand, Moicano, I know Moicano is a good grappler, you know what I mean? But I always think grappler wins striking most of the time. Like, it's like a super magic power, like, you know, in my opinion. Like, if you can wrestle and grapple and you just have it and you just have a little bit of a good striking, you're doing good. But if you have a very good striking and you're not really good at grappling, I think you're at a disadvantage, in my opinion. Anyways, so when the fight started, like, you know, Turner actually, he gave I think it was towards the end of the first round, he gave him a straight left. He gave Moicano a straight left, and then he sat him down. And then I think he expected the referee to stop the fight or something, so he walked away. But it wasn't over. Like, you know, he could have jumped down and started pounding Moicano, but he didn't. But like, anyways, the second round came. Moicano turned it around with his wrestling and you know, like, grappling all his wins at the end of the day. So what happened basically? Moicano eventually got Turner and then finished him up on the floor. So another fight is what other fight is Sodiq Yusuf versus Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez is an animal. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he could win this fight the way he did. Like, Sodiq Yusuf is solid. We all know he's a solid fighter. Like, he's very calculated. He's a good striker. He's smart on the feet. You know what I mean? I really thought Sodiq was gonna be a champion, to be honest with you, but I'm not very sure. It could still be. It could still be. UFC is crazy. It could still be, but like, this is just like a step backwards for him. But what can I say about Lopez, Diego Lopez? That guy is good. That guy is good. I'm gonna be looking out for that guy for sure. He is good. He is good. The way he dispatched Sodiq Yusuf so quick. Nobody does that to Sodiq. Like, nobody does that to him. So I'm gonna have to hats off to him. Hats off to him. Anyways, we didn't see much. He didn't even give him the chance to even breathe. You know what I mean? As soon as the bell rang like this, Lopez was on top of him immediately. Like, he just started. You know, he didn't give him any chance. Anyways, like, so good fight. Hopefully, Sodiq Yusuf's come back stronger, and I can't wait for what's next for Diego Lopez. Oh, one of the other fights I was looking forward to so much was the debut of Kayla Harrison versus Holm. Oh my goodness. I've been looking forward to Kayla Harrison for a while. I just wanted to see what she's like. I saw some of her fights, but not too much. You know what I mean? I just wanted to see what the UFC was gonna do to her. You know, like, first time, the pressure, you know what I mean? Like, coming to a big organization like the UFC, you're gonna have to be feeling the pressure somehow. I want to see how she can handle all that, the fandom and all that. Like, you know what I mean? What can you really say about that woman? Oh my goodness, she's an absolute. Oh my God, she's an absolute beast. Like, oh God. I'm a big fan. I'm definitely a big fan of Kayla Harrison. I have to say, I'm a big fan. I like the way she knows her strength and she uses it. Like, she's stronger than you. I'm strong. You know what I mean? Like, she used it. Holly Holm, Holm is a very good fighter, obviously, like, but I don't think it's even about Holm. I think it's all about Kayla Harrison. Like, she's just that good. Strength, the judo, like, the tricks she was using, very, very easily. She was just so good. Like, she was, the strength, I could, like, like the strength of her, like, when she was on Holmes, there was no answer, like, you know what I mean? Like, that just shows you how strong she is. Holm is quite strong as well, like, you know what I mean? But Kayla Harrison is just like bigger and stronger. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a big fan of her. Anyways, I can't wait for her to fight someone else. Juliana Pena will be a good fight. I think that would be a good fight. Juliana Pena, but we see how it goes. But anyways, I can't wait for next fight. Anyways, like these are all the prelims so far. You know what I mean? Like it's it's a mad card, really. Thanks to Dana White for giving this card. In fairness, like, you know what I mean? Like, they really, really stacked it up for the fans. So another fight was Aljamain Sterling and Kattar, right? Yeah, Aljamain Sterling and Kattar. That was probably one of the, I wouldn't say boring. I don't like calling fights boring because they're all skillful, like, you know what I mean? They're all like these guys work hard for this. You can't really call a fight boring. They're all calculated in there, like, you know what I mean? So I'll never disrespect and say it's a boring fight. No, it's not. Sterling was smart. He knew his strength. If you know your strength, then use your strength. What's the point fighting boxing against Gaethje? Gaethje is a very good boxer. Like, probably knock him out, like, you know what I mean? If you remember what happened to him and Xiaonan, like, he's not gonna take that chance. He's just gonna want to go straight to the point. And Sterling is a smart fighter. Like, he used his strength. You know what I mean? Grappled with Kattar, and that's how she rose. You know what I mean? I think this is a good division for Sterling. To be honest with you, I like his strength. I like the way he is, and he seems even stronger than Kattar on the floor. If you ask me, like, it's the way he was giving it the body lock and stuff, and like, he felt strong. The hooks, and it felt like he belonged to the featherweight for sure. I don't think he should go back to the bantamweight, and he's getting older as well, so his body is growing and filling up. So this is definitely a good weight class for the guy for sure, for sure. Sterling is always fun to watch, and Kid will be back again. Um, you know what I mean? This game is not easy, like, so, and this is what I'm saying again about grapplers. You know what I mean? It's like a superpower, really. Once a grappler is away, if a grappler is better than you, someone that grapples is better than you, and he also can strike a little bit, like, it's a grappler's world in MMA, I think. Like, if you look at all the guys that are really succeeding, the best of the best, most of them will be wrestlers, grapplers, like hardcore grapplers. Don't get tired grappling. They know how to chain wrestle. They know how to do all these things. So, of course, don't get me wrong, strikers do well as well. But I'm just saying in general, like, because it's like once you're on the floor, you don't know, you don't have an answer for that. What can you really do? You know what I mean? So that's why it's called MMA. You need to be good at everything, I guess. But grappling is a big advantage. Wrestling, grappling is a big advantage, in my opinion. But anyways, Kid will be back. That's for sure. Jiri Prochazka versus Rakic. Oh my goodness. Let me just tell you one thing about Jiri. Yeah, Jiri is a fighter for me. Yeah, that I could pay over and over and over again to go watch and fight, to see a fight. Like, you know what I mean? I could pay to go see him fight a million times if I have to. He's one of my favorite fighters. I just like the way he's so crazy, so reckless, but still technical. It's kind of weird. And he's a tough, tough guy. He's a tough guy. I saw him live before in November, actually. November just gone in MSG. Him versus Putin. I saw them live, man. Oh my God, I'm telling you something, like, it was a good sight to behold. But anyways, Jiri, oh my God. those leg kicks Rakic was giving to him, I thought he was done. You know what I mean? He kept coming forward, kept coming forward, kept coming forward. I'm like, what the hell? He just kept coming forward, and I actually thought he was gonna lose that fight, to be honest. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, the Jiri just absolutely from nowhere just clapped Rakic, like he absolutely clapped him, like, and I'm like, what is going on here? And that's all she rolls, you know what I mean? That's all she rolls, like, and Jiri's a tough man. He's a tough man. Like, I don't know how the hell he survived them leg kicks, but he kept coming. He believed in himself. It was like, look, I'm not losing this fight. He kept coming. And Rakic hasn't fought for over a year, apparently. Yeah, he hasn't fought for, I think I'm right with that. And it was like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't even know what to say, like, but like, God damn it. He's a tough man, anyways. Looking forward to what's next for him. I don't think he will get a title shot. Um, I don't think so, because you have people like Ankalaev waiting on the wing, you know what I mean? Ankalaev deserves a title shot, I say. He does. They'll probably give Ankalaev first before they give Yuri. But if Yuri wants to wait, I guess he could. But you just never know with the UFC. They can do what they want, like, you know what I mean? They own the place anyway, so they can do what they choose. So that's it for the prelims, isn't it? Yeah, that's it for the prelims. Some great fights on it, like. And then for the main card, then like the first fight of the main card was Nickal versus Cody Brundage. Yeah, that was it. Nickal versus Cody Brundage. Um I didn't know what to expect from Cody Brundage, to be honest. I know what to expect from Nickal, but I didn't know what to expect from him. I don't know, will he be overwhelmed or whatever? But he was okay in the first round. He actually composed himself. Nickal does what he wants to do, wrestle, you know what I mean? It was a bit, it wasn't like the smoothest performance by Nickal, but I thought it was a good experience, good learning experience, at least getting past the first round, you know what I mean? Let's face reality here. When he starts fighting the top guys, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, you know what I mean? Nickal, he still has some room for improvement for sure. He's wrestling again. That's another superpower, you know what I mean? But I like the way he fights. He fights smart. He is pretty good. I get the hype. I get the hype. Yeah, I get the hype. But I still need to see him fight another 3 fights. I still need him to fight another 3 fights. I want someone to take him to the third round. Take him to the deep waters. I want someone to take him to the you know what I mean? I want to see what he acts like. You know what I mean? Will he be able to basically weather the storm? Like, but I think he was a bit hard on himself in the post-fight press conference. I thought he performed okay. Like, he's only coming up. Like, he has about 7 fights or something like that. He's still very raw. But he does have a good future for sure. Be interesting to see what happens. But Cody Brundage just has to get another fight, get back to the winning column. That's it. He did his best. His best wasn't enough. You know what I mean? And get back to it. What about Gaethje and Max Holloway? Like, those two boys, obviously future Hall of Fame. There's no doubt about that. Two fan favorites again. This guy was just full of them. Before the fight, I have to be honest. I actually thought Max wasn't gonna do it. Not like I didn't believe in Max. I do believe in him, but I just thought Gage's leg kicks might be too much because of the way Max stands usually. You know what I mean? Because Gage is probably, if not top three, top two best leg kickers in MMA. So like I thought he was actually gonna destroy Max with the legs, but he gave Max a couple of, he gave him a couple, but like it didn't affect Max at all. Max was very calculated, very smart. Max was on point. I don't think anybody could have bet Max tonight. It was absolutely on point. This is the kind of Max. I think Max is good in this division, this lightweight division. I think this is the weight division for Max for sure because it looked big and he was able to like plan the weight, you know what I mean? He had weeks to prepare to move up compared to the Poirier fight previously. That he just had to rush to fight in the lightweight after fighting featherweight over and over again. Because your body needs time to adjust, like anything, and even like on a good day, like your body needs time to adjust for anything really. So I like the way he took his time, got up to the lightweight. I think it's a problem. I think Max is a problem in that division for sure. Um, I would like to see that Poirier fight again. I wouldn't say no to that fight again. I would like to see Max. You know what? I'd like to see Max fight anyone in that division, to be honest. Anyone at all in that division would do the job because Max looks good. I don't think he should go back to featherweight for now. He should probably leave featherweight alone and just see can he take another fight in the lightweight. And then after that, then he's definitely getting the title shot in lightweight for sure. Um, who could he fight? Who could he fight in the lightweight? Who could he fight now? It's a tough one. You know what I mean? It's a tough one. If they give him the title shot, I wouldn't say no neither. If they give him Islam, I wouldn't say no. But like Max looks good in that weight, anyways. So about the fight with Gaethje, it was a masterclass. I have to say, it was a master performance by Max. He didn't take that much damage in that fight. He was very smart. Of course, Gaethje had his moments. Will always have his moments. Gaethje is one of the best fighters in the world. Because he lost this time doesn't mean he can't come back. Gaethje can come back tomorrow. You know what I mean? But Max was on point, anyways. And then, what do you want to see about that knockout? Um, People are saying it's the best knockout ever. Could it be the best knockout ever? I would say it's up there for sure because whether I like it or not, I think Max has after putting on some power on his punch now that is in lightweight, he probably has that. And there was this interview I saw. I think he was saying he's trying to get power on his punch or something like that. He was said something along those lines. He's working on actually knockout power. You could see that there. Although Gaethje's nose was all messed up already, Gaethje took a lot of damage already, accumulation of damage. That's how Max operates anyways. He gives you damages and beat by beat, beat by beat, beat by beat till you're absolutely done. And then he just finishes you. Like that's what Max does when he finishes people. But Gaethje, yeah, Gaethje will be back anyways. Max, I'm interested. I wanted to stay in the lightweight for sure. I'm interested in Max. Always been interested, but I'm even more interested in him now in lightweight. Um, yeah, solid finish. Weili versus Xiaonan. Wow. Whenever Weili fights, um, you expect top class performance from her. You know what I mean? Even at training, I follow Weili on Instagram, and even at training, you can see the way she trains, and she's just an athlete. Like she was made to do this, really. Um, you know, I don't even know. Like, I'm not saying she's gonna hold the belt for forever or whatever. No, she might, cause she could even get beat in the next fight. But that doesn't really matter because she'll be back again. She's one of those people that they'll be back again, even if they lose, they'll be back again, and they'll be back stronger and better. But anyways, this fight obviously like she had the advantage in the grappling. Um, Yon Shannon, she wasn't great. She wasn't really great at the grappling aspects. Again, you need to be well rounded. You know, like what I mean. Like, she is good. Like, but you need to be really well rounded to actually be like the top of the best of the best. Like, you know what I mean. Um, it's hard to say that as well. You know, but the way she was controlled on the ground, and Weili just gets the hook in, and she survived one or two submissions from her. And Weili knew once I can get her onto the floor, I have an advantage. You don't want that as a fighter. You know what? You don't want that as a champion caliber fighter. That when someone knows when they get you on the floor, they have an advantage. You don't want that at all. But anyways, she did good in the third round though. I was actually worried for Weili. I thought she was getting tired. Because Weili obviously dominated the previous rounds. Well, kind of. So and then in the third round, Yon actually came back. She did her best. She's a good striker. She's dangerous on the feet. Very, very dangerous on the feet, actually. Um, and she's aggressive. She doesn't care. She's very aggressive. She goes for it. Um, so like I was like, I didn't know. I was actually worried, but like the fourth round came again, and then Willie started getting her mojo back, and then all she rose. Then um, she basically won four of those rounds, I think, in my opinion. And then really, she's still the champion. Like, you know what I mean? Um, so what can you really say about her? All you can say is it's gonna be tough before they can beat Weili for sure. You're gonna have to be on your P's and Q's. You wanna have a fully rounded game. You know what I mean? You wanna have it all. Yeah, I would like to see Shevchenko versus Weili though. I think the weight might be the weight discrepancy might be a bit big, but I would like to see that like Weili Shevchenko. That would be a good fight, I think. Um, hopefully it happens anyways. But I guess Shevchenko needs to get her belt back first. Anyways, she's um she's doing the Ultimate Fighter now. So yeah, but that's a story for another day. So that was a cool main event, a good fight. That was a very good fight as well. Now for the main event, Alex Pereira versus Jamahal Hill. Oh my goodness. How could you not love Pereira? Like, you know, Pereira, how could you not love that guy? That guy is again, I need to make a video on Pereira, just Pereira. I need to make just a video for him. Potent. Oh my goodness. Again, I saw him live, as I said, in Madison Square Garden last year, November. The guy is a must see TV. The guy is just spectacular. I didn't even believe in him when he first came to the UFC, but because he didn't have a ground game. Like when someone doesn't have a ground game, I'm very skeptical to be in fully because I'm like, if someone with a really good ground game takes you onto the floor, what's gonna happen? That kind of way. But again, he's just getting better with under Teixeira, like Glover Teixeira. He's just getting better and better and better and better and better. His striking is already solid. He has a solid striking already. So he's a easy student. He's an easy student. All you have to do is to sharpen his takedown defense, sharpen up his wrestling, sharpen up his jiu-jitsu. He has his striking for days. Barely anyone can beat him standing up. You know what I mean? Easy was probably the only one that could stand up to him because Easy was a kickboxer himself. And Easy is just a spectacular striker as well. But you know what I mean? Like, Poten is a very, very good striker. You can't really stand up. You can't really strike with that guy, it seems. You shouldn't strike with him. You should just wrestle him. You need to wrestle him. And if you can't finish him when you wrestle him, the next round comes around, you're gonna be standing with him again. So you're in a danger of getting knocked out. You know what I mean? Like you could get tired trying to wrestle him. He might stop your takedown defense. He's a nightmare, actually. He's a nightmare. Um, Jamahal Hill. I wouldn't say I feel sorry for him, but it's kind of it's not nice when you didn't lose your belt and you have an injury. You know what I mean? And then basically your swag is gone, whether you like it or not. Only a few people can go for a year with that injury or even any injury and come back solid. Um, But then again, no excuses. You got Alex Pereira won in fair and square. Let's be honest. He won in fair and square. So, yeah. Jamahal Hill just has to come back. Maybe if you win 2 or 3 fights, because that division is absolutely mad at the moment. As I said, Ankalaev is next. I think Ankalaev is definitely next. And you have now Jiri Prochazka winning that good win against Rakic. That's also a tough one. Like, they might give Jiri another fight. I don't know, but I think, anyways, Ankalaev is next for sure. So that's it for UFC 300. It was a great card. I enjoyed every single bit of it, from the first fight to the last fight. It was all amazing. I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Nice one for listening, and catch you later.